What's happening, guys? Welcome back to channel FT23. I'm a little bit giddy today, feeling spicy, so we're going to start a new campaign on Battlefleet Gothic Armada 2. It's a game that I have a lot of love for. I think from a visual perspective, it's probably one of the most stunning games that I've ever played in terms of space sims. And I've been watching a guy on Twitch. Oh, what's his name? Let's have a look. See if we can figure his name, because shout out to him. There's some really good content, and I enjoyed his Imperial campaign playthrough. That'd be like the second time that I've kind of watched a playthrough of Theodis. Oh, that's it. Theodosius Rex. Yeah, Theodosius Rex. Don't start playing the stream, please. Yeah, Theodosius Rex. He did an Imperial campaign on Twitch recently. I sat through, really enjoyed it. It's a great storyline through the Imperial campaign. And like I say, so quite a few people have done the Imperial campaign. I enjoyed it. I've personally done the Necron campaign on Medium, and it was good fun. The Necrons, the Imperium move through, kind of clear paths between the sectors and everything. The Necrons have designated planets with these gates on, the Dolmen gates, so you can literally jump from there to anywhere. Great fun. I didn't enjoy the Tyranids at all. I just really didn't even get on with the campaign in the slightest, and it feels like you're just playing the Imperium campaign storyline. You're not getting any kind of new story content. So I eventually bought the Chaos campaign. And the Chaos ships are very different to the Imperial ships in terms of range. They have range coming out the wazoo, to quote some of the other YouTubers that I've watched over the years. And so yeah, I think we're gonna take a stab at this. Easy, whatever. It depends if I want to just get through it or whether I actually want a bit of a challenge. I think playing it on medium's fine. If you look at the difficulty modifiers for hard, you're getting +1 for every for threat level, so you're fighting more invasions. They get +20% on the standard size of their invasion fleets. Fast repair you don't get at medium anyway. That basically means you can pay cash to repair your fleet. And macro and lances damage to enemies is +10%, so they do a lot more damage to you with their guns, which kind of sucks because of the way I play. And they get 20% enemy leadership, which is great. I'm just going to play it on medium, and I don't like the domination because they get away, and it's so much easier to lose. I much prefer playing, and in reality, yeah, Space Battle's going to have objectives. It's going to have, different aspects of the area of engagement that need to be managed, and etc. etc. Whereas I prefer City saying, you know what, we're really experienced Navy men. We've got a little bit more strategy than just throwing our ships at each other and duking it out. We would use the advantages that we have in terms of vision, in terms of cover, in terms of weaponry, making sure that we're bringing all the right things to bear. And also in the Chaos, guys, you've got all the different Chaos gods. So you've got is it Slaanesh? Yeah, or Zinch, one of the two. You've got, oh, there you go. You've got Nurgle, Slaanesh, and Zinch, and Khorne. Great fun. Oh, look at that. In return for gifts. Yeah, these the Chaos fleets are great fun. I've got some absolutely stunning pictures of the Nurgle fleet, and the Nurgle fleet's the one we'll meet first, I think, possibly after Khorne. Yeah, I think Khorne's usually like your leader, and then you get all the other funness coming in afterwards. So let's start with this, because I think the Chaos campaign's got a lot of good fun story. And without further ado, I think 9 and 5 minutes of me yattering is a good enough intro.
My name. What is my name? was before no longer holds significance. I am reborn. I am Malos Vrykan, servant of the Dark Gods. Mankind languishes in a tumultuous galaxy. Its potential shackled by a corpse on a gilded throne. We must look to the past for our salvation. To the primal gods who shape all that is. Let there be war upon this false Imperium. Let the galaxy burn.
Let the galaxy burn.
Lord Vrykan, our invasion fleet draws nigh to Talos. Once they've established a foothold, we can begin our conquest of Chinchar. Acknowledged. Remain watchful. I will not tolerate failure. This is the first step. Your destiny unfolds to glory. There is little glory in escorting transport ships while the Aegis Ocularis burns. Patience. Like a fortress, glory must have solid foundations. This escort mission is but the first step on the path.
So, escort mission. Play.
The convoy's course would seem to cross that of a migration of plasmic Medusae. We have wasted enough time without making needless diversions. There is danger here. Medusae are highly unstable and will explode upon making contact with one of our vessels. They shall not have the chance to do so. Drive to combat speed. I have practice for our gunners. Let the galaxy burn. Glory to the gods. We have detected an Ultramarine's fleet on the outer edge of the Medusae Shoal. Gulaman's weaklings so close to the Eye of Terror. I sense opportunity to repay old debts. All ships to battle stations!
Traitor vessels! You face the sons of Macrock, the avengers of 100 despoiled worlds. Yield, and I promise a swift death in the Emperor's name!
Save your breath, Kerr. Mercy is not yours to offer or receive this day.
We shall see. All vessels move to engage!
In the name of the Prophet Lorgar and the Dark Gods, you will find no victory here! Have a care. Do not let old wounds blind you to your purpose. The transport vessels must reach their destination. For the ruinous powers! We are unstoppable!
Take care of these fighters that they're sending in. Get rid of that. Okay, boys. Let's start moving forward.
We'll follow your command, for now.
How wide of a radius? Not that wide. Go.
Engines hot!
No.
Cruising speed set!
Matt. Okay, everybody get stuck in on that guy. We want to be in close range. We'll hit on that side. And yeah.
I cannot master.
Go! Yeah. You want some, dear? Control air, everybody and reload. Let's get the boogie on. You. Fast turn. Let's go this way. This is not how I like to fight, by the way. Where are you going? Target your bridge. This seems like a really dumb place for everybody to be. I have no idea what's going on. Let's take that guy if we can. Or this guy. And we will again set your bridge on fire because we are trying to make you punishment. Everybody, can we do the left-hand engagement at 9? Anyone got any boarding that can be done? I'll get boarding going on you. Might do some damage. Ooh. Go for your generators, and we'll focus down. Your generators are already gone. We'll put you as 2, and we'll do that for whoever, and we'll do this. A bit market. Ooh, that was bad news. That was bad news. Oh, one of my ships is gone. Oh. No wonder why you guys all back here. Go! I think there might be an achievement for not losing a transport ship, but whatever.
Setting course.
So yeah, I've got a lot of UI stuff on. It doesn't really make it that pretty. What I tend to just do is just do that if I want to take pictures. So I'll have a quick look around as this is happening. And if you press F10, we get even more pretty. Got to be careful where your cursor is, I've learned.
Let the galaxy burn.
Oh yeah, we'll get a few cheeky pictures in. Bye boys. Sorry, Ultramarines.
We are unstoppable.
Going that way. Your priority 1, definitely. I don't know how many of these ships I've lost. I'm pretty confident I lost a fair few of them now. It's a good fight, though. As long as we don't get that arrow in it. There we go. I like that ship. Just so pretty. We don't really need to stress too much in these first battles. Get over here for the big explosion. Oh, his shield back. Now it's gone. Everybody get that guy. Press F10. And we'll bring everybody back. You need to send that way.
Cruising speed set.
Doodles. Yeah, we did a lot of damage.
Favor you. Our transport vessels are clear of the battle and proceed towards Tyloth.
Excellent. The Astartes fleet is dust. Their blind loyalty to the corpse emperor repaid with death. My appetite for slaughter is barely whetted.
The coming days promise slaughter enough to satisfy your every craving. You need only have patience.
Oh yeah. I like those turrets on the broadsides. Yeah, they're quite spicy. A lot of red going on.
Cadia has fallen, but the war against the servants of the false emperor forges ever on.
How may I serve the gods?
The Black Fleet is thick with ambitious warlords. They know little loyalty to Warmaster Abaddon, and pay but lip service to the gods. The time is coming when Abaddon will depend upon you as no other. But only if you prove yourself.
I shall not be found wanting malevolence.
Good. Strike now. Carve yourself a domain from amongst these squalling stars. My agent within the Imperial Navy will assist you in this matter. Lord High Admiral Dran?
Yes, Malevolence?
Ooh,
Is
spoiler.
our spire contained as I commanded?
Indeed, Malevolence. Even now, the hero of the Gothic War wastes his might on insignificant battles in the Cadian sector, leaving your forces free reign elsewhere.
Are you certain of this? The early stages of this onslaught are vital. Spire's presence in this sector would prove problematic, if only for the false hope it would seed.
It is truth, I swear to you. You need not concern yourself with Spire until you choose to do so.
Good. Your loyalty will be rewarded, Admiral. Warlord Vrykon, I suggest you focus your attention on Chinchar. Its peoples cry out for spiritual guidance and freedom from the false idols of the glutted Imperium.
It shall be as you say, Malevolence.
Okay, we've got our mission. Basic description there. You can pause and read as you feel. Capture the following systems. Chinchar. Do love the place. We know about this now. Okay, let's have a look around. So, we've got Chinchar and a fleet of 385. An enemy fleet of 385 power, should I say. Currently nothing on there. We do have ability to move. We are at full strength on that fleet and full strength on that fleet. So it didn't really matter that we took a bit of a beating. Let's just have a quick look at the skills that you can get for each of these guys. I'm going to be as careful as I can about the abilities that I want because of my play style. I would recommend looking in multiplayer at all the raft of... when you set up a fleet and you set up a commander, you can look at all the skills that are available. And you can maybe plan out what you want to do. As a kind of brief guide, wherever you've got Space Marine fleet, you know, these Space Marine type fleets, you want to focus on boarding actions and assault strikes because they do a lot more damage for those guys. So, you know, Thunderhawk squadrons, close boarding, stuff like that, ships that focus on that, and skills that focus on that. So this one, when performing an assault action, critical assault chance is increased by 10%. If you can focus on critical assault chance and buffing your assault action, you're going to be absolutely decimating with that fleet. So then you've got a fleet that you can put forward to, you know, really get in the thick of it and board and use all their actions they can and then pull back and then bring in another fleet that's got maybe, you know, focused on long range critical hits and just rip them to shreds. Leave them stranded, as it were. So we'll have a quick look at the upgrades section. We get Renown, or whatever this is. I think it's something for the gods. It works differently, but in the Imperial campaign it's Renown. We'll talk more as we learn more. These are all the kind of technology tree upgrades you get. As you progress through these, you get a technology tree unlock, an upgrade point, and you can select down here. And this basically applies to the level of the ship. Every ship comes out at level 1, so all of these come as standard at level 2. Once they've had maybe 1 or 2 battles, you can unlock all these abilities that they get automatically. Yeah? They are automatically applied to the ship once they reach level 2. And then level 3 is your really super spicy stuff. And you've got specific... I can't call them attributes because that's the word it uses there. Unlockables, shall we say. Systems that your planets that you have to control in order to get that unlockable. And you can see for us, pretty much all of the level 3s, which is dissimilar to the Imperial campaign, all of the level 3s are conditional. You must own something in order to get those, and we'll look at those more when we start looking at upgrades. Ship tonnages, again, we've got to assume that you've played the Imperial campaign. you've got to kind of know some of the spoilers, like Drang is working for Chaos, etc., rather than what you think when you're playing through the Imperial campaign is that he's a loyal member of the Imperium. And then what we've got here is the number of fleets available. We've got a maximum of 16 fleets that we can get. The fleet capacity and leadership is affected by your progression through this. Obviously, the higher this level, the higher the leadership. The higher the leadership, the more ships you can put into a single battle. So you want your levels to be as high as possible so that you can throw your biggest ships in and greater quantities than you would normally if you just didn't really focus on getting that. In order to get this up, you need to kind of encourage and fight the invasions. A lot of people, and myself included, during the Imperial campaign, use battle plans to just put off invasions so that you don't have to fanny around and you can get through the game. I would encourage you to fight a lot of those. Take the hit, take the XP, take this small amount of progression you get towards here, because it is, compared to the story levels, missions, the amount of experience you get from is low, but it buffs your ships, it buffs your progression towards this, and it means when those story battles come in, you have enough leadership to absolutely smash them. So, we've got nothing to spend up here. We're only at level 1. We've got, apparently, no Mark Legions yet, which is fine. We need to work towards these gifts. We have one mission. Let's get on it. You shall move here. I love this noise, by the way. The bass on that. Oh, the bass. I hope it comes through on YouTube because of my recording setup. I can't hear it as good as I can on my normal headset. Okay, so this is a launch battle. Fairly simple. We know what ships we've got. We're going up against an Imperial fleet, an Imperial Navy fleet, so we don't have to worry too much about boarding actions. In fact, if anything, we should really be focusing on boarding actions. So, and we should be doing it with the leader, because it just applies to all ships. Oh, so these guys have got some good assault actions as well, so we need to remember that. Get into this battle. Ooh, now, we can select deployment order, but given that we're well under the 600. Am I a doofus? No. Could I? But there's no building of ships here, is there? I could get another fleet in, I suppose. No, I couldn't. The game only expects us to do just the one thing. That was coffee, not tea, unfortunately, for those tea fans around. Even though it is in a Yorkshire tea mug. Let's launch. Sure, there's going to be some chitter-chatter. Chit-chat. Ooh.
The Imperium of Man. A galaxy-spanning empire in decline. Once, humanity stood on the brink of taming the stars. A golden age of light and glory beckoned. But men have ever been prone to temptation and lured to stubborn pride. Now the Space Marines, intended as the vanguard of mankind's ascension, fight ceaselessly to prevent their father's work sliding into ruin.
Look at that ship. Battle barge.
The Adeptus Mechanicus, custodians of wondrous technology, take to the stars in hope of unearthing lost secrets from the very darkest of ages, and to impose the Omnissiah's will upon a scattered galaxy. But
I think there was a ram on the front of that.
Imperium's might more plainly seen than in the vessels of its star-spanning navy. As war rages, colossal warships slip anchor to smite the foe with the righteous fury of the faithful.
Now that is a ram.
Vessels are both Imperium's stalwart shield and gleaming spear, shining in the impenetrable dark of space. It takes more than a man to command such a warship. It takes a hero, strong in will and unflinching of purpose. Without such heroes, the Emperor's light would surely wane. Admiral Spire is one such hero, forged in the hallways of the vaunted Schola Progenium, tempered in the cursed days of Abaddon's 12th Black Crusade. Long has he been lost, But now, freed from the Immaterium's clutches, he returns to shed his blood in the Emperor's cause once more. Any who seek to sweep mankind from the stars must first reckon with Spire. Many have sought his head. All have failed. But one hero alone may not be enough to change the Imperium's fortunes. It will take thousands, even millions, for mankind to reclaim its footing in the Eye of Terror's gaping maw. And millions more to hold it. Such a task will not be easy. Cadia is demon-hunted rubble, and the Imperium itself is scarred, torn in two by the Cicatrix maledictum. But it is the nature of heroes to triumph in adversity, and of faith to flourish in the dark.
Lovely intro. Oof. Love the Cadian background. It's awesome. Okay. So, but we're going to show you straight away my cheesy tactics. So, have you got a light lance artillery and a missile turret? So we can just stick you there like that. And we can stick you there like that. Are you the ones that came with the Wrathful Madness, Tempest of Fate, Cult of Cruelty? I'll stick you over there. And then you come here, and you come here. Right, okay, tell me about your guns, sir. Tell me about your guns. So you got a triple barrel heavy macro turret. So what's key here is that circle, is that blue circle that appears. I know it's hard to see, but look, it goes away, comes back. That is the firing arc of that turret. Critical point of any ship to ship kind of combat. Because look, some of our strongest, longest range weapons do not work if we are facing the enemy, and they are going to be coming from up here, and they're going to head straight towards me. So why would I keep just the macro turret on them? Why would I not broadside it and make sure that not only does the heavy lance battery hit, but so does the turret? Let's have a look at this ship. On this ship we have a triple barrel missile turret. Lovely 270 degree firing angle. 90 degree side. And another 270. So the ones that I really like, the merged macro battery weapons, they only fire from the side as well. So we will put that there. Now, in terms of abilities, we've got the demonic ritual. That replaces troops. Great fun. We don't have anything on this one, for some strange reason, because he doesn't have any skills yet. Now, everybody needs to be in the lock-on stance, because these are stances. This is an attribute that is based on your bridge still being there. So you can see you've got... No, we can't. What do we see? We get told here what's destroyed, what's not. When we look at the enemy ships, we'll figure out. But we're going to put these guys in lock-on because it gives us another 4,500 units of range, plus 20 to accuracy, and a plus 50% to critical. That's good because we've got high critical chance weapons. 3.75, 3%, 3.7, no, 3.375. Beautiful. So, more criticals. Likely that's going to happen. Shields come on. Our little dots come up here. So we'll go click on one of those dots. That tells us focus fire on the deck, which is based for your stances. Your ship maneuvers and your overall ship speed is based around your engines. Your ability to throw up a shield, regenerate a shield, are based on your generators. And then focused fire is the weaponry, things like torpedo launchers, nova cannons, hangar bays, and literally some of the weapons on the side of the ship. So we're going to speed this up so these guys get here, but we'll just take a quick squizzle. Can you take me over here? Thank you. Hi, so what have we got here? Now, this actually panel is more informative than you think, because you can set priorities, yeah, we're going to set this one to be a 1. And the reason for that is because it's not one of the bigger ships. We can get rid of it real quick, and it can see us using its scan ability. And the reason we know it's one of the littler ships is because it doesn't have these parts of the ship. They are not selectable. Whereas if you select a line ship, you can focus fire on the deck, the engines, the generators, the weaponry. What we want to focus fire on is the generators. We look at the target priority. We know these guys are 1. We'll leave this guy as number 3 because that's just kind of the base one. We know we've got another dude over here, so let's go have a look at this dude. And you, ooh, hello. They're blipping in and out. Another cheeky little ship. So that ship has either gone into stealth or it has gone into something that makes it hidden to our senses, like a asteroid field or a plasma cloud like I'm in. Now, they cannot see me. We're going to speed it up. Now, vision is going to be a challenge for me, so I'll have a look at you. How big of a scan range can you do? So they're going to have to get close to me, one way or another. This ship's back now. Let's have a look over here. You're back. So, yeah, another big ship. Again, we're going to focus on the generators. He's going to get to us second, so we'll focus on this guy first. And we will make you target priority 2. So this guy's target priority 1. We need to get vision on this guy, so we'll wait for him to come into our scanning range and see what they do. I wonder if that other ship's here yet. We'll wait, we'll wait. There he is. Ah, that was a waste. That was a misclick.
Reporting!
Can you go a little bit further forward?
As the War Master wills.
Are you inside? There we go. So all the cannons are firing pretty much at the same time. We will focus on you as number 1, you as number 2. So that we really, really, really destroy you. Have we got lightning strikes? As soon as you get anywhere near me, I'm going to board you. Now they see us. Now it's quite spicy to do that. Let them even get to the point where they see you. Against the Imperial Navy, because they can bring out a Nova Cannon right here and take a big chunk out of my ships, and I don't want to let them do that. Which means I would have to leave this area real quick. Okay, alright. Oh, hang on, hang on. You should have a ping. Ping? Yes. So, you became priority 1. That's a light cruiser. You're becoming priority 2. We're going to focus fire on your generators. What are you? We don't know yet.
Your orders! Your orders.
So we'll get a boarding action on him.
Warp strike successful, Master.
He's going to launch some torpedoes. That man, pretty confident of that.
Enemy ship sighted. Fear us, for we strike from the warp. Reporting. We stand ready.
We'll put him on brace for impact so that he does a little bit of... Oh, that was the wrong thing, actually. That should have been call to arms. Okay.
For the War Master.
We're going to put everybody into reload.
Loading ordnance.
We're going to set our engagement to be the right-hand side, and we are going to mess this guy's day right up. Please don't run into him. Please don't run into him.
We stand ready.
Just turn your engines off before you even try. Go forward. Go forward. You go this way. You focus on him.
Show us our victims. For the War Master. Your orders. Moving to those coordinates. Cruising speed set. We'll follow your command for now. Heavy damage. Cruising speed set.
Nope.
We stand ready. Foiling attack successful, Master.
Mm-hmm.
For the War Master. For the Dark Gods. Setting course.
Come on, get back on there.
The ruinous powers. For the War Master. As the War Master will.
Oh yes, don't you worry about this.
Adjusting rotation.
Very nice.
Setting course. I cannot, Master.
Why can't you? Get that guy finished.
Slaughter them.
And we need to transfer some troops to this guy.
Break them.
You. Turn these.
Executing high energy turn.
Yes, very much so. Very nice.
Your orders. Our minions rampage through their ship.
Just you, sir. Can you just do a quick mark because it does more damage when we're all marked? Can we demonic ritual anybody? We have lost one ship, haven't we? Yeah. I don't really care for these little ships, if I'm honest with you.
Minions rampage through their ship.
Priority 1, can you please... Oh, we've damaged it at least. We've damaged the deck. We'll damage the
For the War Master.
engines.
Reporting. Setting course. Show us our victims. Repair that damage at once.
Oh, we'll go for a bit. Goodbye. Thank you. Victory!
So easily does Chinchar fall. The gods mark you for greatness.
I am honored to be their vessel.
As you should. This system is almost ours. Even now, my dark apostles rouse the populace to fervor. Imperial crews turn upon one another in glorious uprising. But greater tests await.
Oh my! Lots of things to look at. Okay, so we've set up our base in Shinjar. We've earned enough renown to just be below level 2. Devastated. So we've got 700 renown for that. 200 resources, which got added up here. We've got given a gift of chaos reward for each.
The gods see your efforts and are satisfied. Hold their interest. Perform dark rituals to the gods of the worlds you seize, and you will be justly rewarded.
I live to serve the Four.
And serve them you shall, but not alone. Your dedication to the gods draws their foremost champions to your banner. Choose well who serves you, and remember always that one serves his patron god above all.
I understand, Malevolence.
Then make your selection from those gathered before you, and choose wisely.
By spending Chaos Gifts, you can recruit admirals from the following famous chapters: World Eaters, Death Guard, Emperor's Children, or Thousand Sons. Go to the new and create a new fleet. Okay. This bit. I want to create a Mark Legion, please. Okay, what have we got? We've got Micro Warp Jump. Bleh. Do love that. The Locust Stormcloud is amazing. What have we got here? Stasis Bomb. Quite tasty. Ooh, that might be handy later on, actually. The maneuvers with that being identified. What else have we got? I mean, I would prefer to have the identification range. But that Locust Storm is amazing. Okay, what have you got? So, yeah, these are definitely a Legion to use as your assault guys. I'm... That feels like a very situational maneuver. While lock on stance macro and hull damage dealt to any ships are also... Yeah, see, that's good. These guys are real tough cookies. Oh, yes. Now that is spicy. That is really good. So, because it's got the identification range, because it can micro warp jump, it can create its own, basically, radar coverage. And it does a flame fireboard on the ship. That's good. So it's a tough choice. I'm pretty confident I get Nurgle later. I'm pretty sure I get a guy from each of these. But that's the exact kind of Nurgle type build that I want. Yeah, we're gonna go with you.
A wise choice. Bound by chains of loyalty and marked by the divine, he will serve you well in the months to come.
I look forward to witnessing his capabilities once battle is joined, Malevolence.
There we go. So, another 500 renown. Great. Smashed us into level 2. And another 200 resources. So obviously we spent resources on getting those ships. We've now got cruiser class. We've got an increase in leadership, as we talked about. An increase in fleet capacity. So that's how many ships you can have in each fleet. We've got the extra command capacity to get another ship. And secondary objectives are now part of missions.
The gods' attention is fickle. Should you wish to hold their gaze, you must make an offering worthy of notice. Subjugate a captured system. Let sacrifice and ritual blaze across the stars.
Such has always been the word-bearer's way. Let the worthy embrace the truth of chaos, and the weak feed the flames.
Good. Then it remains only to choose the nature of your offering. Let the ritual begin.
Okay. So, Gifts of Chaos can use to gain special advantages. You can earn them through some specific objectives or by dedicating planets to the Dark Gods to do the latter. The evolution cost will be increased by 50%. That's not necessarily a bad thing, especially late game, because late game you're just rolling in cash. Chaos God's Blessings. In exchange for Gifts of Chaos, you can use the curses of the Dark Gods to your advantage. Khorne's Anger allows you to push an enemy fleet to attack a linked system. Nurgle's Rot decimates enemy ships, while Slaanesh's Lies demoralizes the fleet, forcing it to flee to an adjacent allied system. Finally, Tzeentch's Shifting gives you the possibility to generate invasions towards another system. Now, all of those are great, but they prevent you from getting renown. So maybe doing a bit of Nurgle's Rot or Slaanesh's Lies are probably better, because we're not playing on hard, than Khorne's Anger and Tzeentch's Shifting. I'm going to keep that there for a minute or two while we have a look. Because what's important is if you offer it. What have we got here? So this is Plesserin. That's a shipyard. We don't really want. So that can't go past 2. That goes all the way up. And it's a Forge World. So we don't want to make that system expensive for us to upgrade. That gives us 2. Does it exchange? Okay. Shinsha. So we've got to bring an Alpha Legionnaire. 2 Gifts of Chaos immediately after its capture. If the point of interest is offered to the kit, this will get. Ooh, so we can get essentially 3 Gifts of Khorne for giving Shinsharo to Khorne. That's quite cool. I'm going to give that one to Nurgle.
The ritual has begun. The Dark Gods see your faith blazing like a star. Their gifts will surely follow.
This is but the beginning, Malevolence. Soon all the sectors of the Aegis Ocularis will scream praise to Chaos.
Lovely.
With Chinchar brought into the embrace of Chaos, you should cast your eye further afield.
What would you recommend, Malevolence?
It would seem the Imperium are mustering a counterblow at Dorsia. Perhaps there.
The skies are choked with wreckage. Imperial vessels will surely use the debris as a shield against our auspexes.
The challenge is too much for you. Was I mistaken to choose you as a harbinger of the gods?
I will lead the attack personally. Let the ruin of Dorsia send a message to those who would thwart mankind's ascension.
Okay. We weren't finished. We're also going to give Shinshar over. He only gave me 2. Son of a. And we don't want to get too spicy with this because it'll make it a lot harder to upgrade. You say that, but it's not been doing. Which one was it that did the Slanesh. Okay. Galaxy view. Scroll out. Now, am I going to get the full map this time? I tend not to get the full map, and it misses off parts of it over here, and it's really, really irritating. Because there's when you hover over, you get this stuff that'll pop up that tells you the number of systems at the top with the circle. Triangle, the number of invasions, fleets that are in there, and number of repair or build you can do, and I can't remember what the dot is, but I'll figure that one out soon. So yeah, you want me to do that? You want me to go over here and get Darcy? Okay, cool. What we can do while we're here is take care of some orcs. So as soon as we go into this system, we'll probably, once we've done Dorsa, we've come down to Seculus, we'll probably have some orcs to fight as well. So let's go back to Shinshar. That's one way of getting through the system. So you remember I said about the Necrons, they have special planets. They don't have to rely on getting to the edge of the system and then flipping out. They can kind of just jump between systems. So what have we got to fight? What have we got to fight? We've got a 190 here. Renzor over there. 184. Right, okay, so we need to look at what gives us what. Terrain. It's an agri world. That's great. Construction points is even better. Repair rates is good. Agents of the Imperium. That's good. And it'll give us 200 corruption, which is this stuff, right? Oh, I don't know. Okay. We need to have a look at what we're going to do with our upgrade points. So, do we want rotation speed? Do we want better generators with morale loss? Command and stance cooldowns is good. Hull, fireball durations reduced. Weapon, let's have a look at this. Macro weapons, accuracy, malice is halved when firing beyond medium range. Oh yeah, we're going to go with that. So we've gone with that because what we tend to do is let them come to us, sit in lock-on stance, do as much critical damage as we can before they really get into brawling and we need to switch to reload stance. What we could also do with is we could put a new ship on you, couldn't we? So you could have a cruiser. No, we don't have the build. So 148, a light cruiser versus a 184, and that is Astartes. We could probably decimate those guys with him. What's Enola Bay? Oh yeah, I like the sound of that. How much is a renegade fleet? Renegade. Alright, okay, we'll get rid of that. Can you drop down now? Thanks. Oh, we need to have a look at the ships. It's probably a better stance if they don't come with any skills. No, not yours. Hello. What have you got? That's a Hellbringer Mark II. Oop. The Hellbringer's got... Ooh, launch base. We don't need that. We need the Hellbringer Mark II. Go up a little bit. We want to end this episode, so we're just going to have a quick look and decide whether or not it's better for us to get one of these. So, you've got the Hellbringer Mark II. You cost me 163. Why are you so cheap in comparison to them when you're the better ship? We'll do that. So you got 3. So you could go here, right? And you could go there. And we could take that down straight away, which helps us get towards where we need to be. Or, what's this? That'll start instantly generating us this stuff. Income. Which is quite spicy. Now, I can only do this on the first turn, can't I? So I need to have a fleet in there, and fleet for money there, fleet for sector defense there. Interesting. Okay, am I going to do any more of these? Alright, yeah. One more finagle, please. And we'll end the turn and we'll end the episode. Oh, no, that was a stupid thing to do. No, that was a stupid thing to do. Oh, no. Yeah, give me that. That was stupid. I should have just attacked and had another fight. So we're going to set up for that. So, where am I going to go? I mean, that's quite a spicy fleet. Definitely more than I can beat with sub 300. 169, 184. Definitely can't take that. So, could take this one. This is a fortress world. Gives me that. Lovely. Corn. Every enemy ship in the system will suffer 20%. Yeah, use it twice, 2 or 3 times and really soften them up. So what am I doing? Am I going to go over here and go for the money? And then take these guys over here next turn? That feels like the best plan. Because this is... Ooh. Actually... Ooh, now there. That's going to reduce everything. That's going to start generating me money. I mean, I could take them out one at a time. You're just a light cruiser, though. You're just a light cruiser, aren't you? And I don't have anything to build. Yeah. They can fight a 4-2-5. That's going to be made harder. How many turns have we got? One thing that I've not talked about is this. Is the campaign urgency. So, because we've just reached an hour in length in the recording, I'm going to call it there. I'll make the decision between now and the next episode of which I'm going to do. And I'll sit and have that conversation with myself before the next episode. So, guys, if you like this, if you're looking forward to the whole Chaos campaign, likes, comments, subscribes, anything you want me to do, any kind of fleet you want me to play, any fleet style, tell me what you're looking forward to in the campaign. No spoilers, please. Any advice for tactics and stuff? I know that a lot of people who play the Skalgrim mod of this game, and it adds a huge dynamic in terms of the range of the ships for skirmishes. And I know that there's a good budding community around that. So I'd be interested to hear about getting me involved in some of that. See if you guys, maybe any of the viewers, want to get involved in doing a quick skirmish while we learn, jumping through this campaign. It'd be good to have kind of a more opportunity to, take some photos and stuff like that. And if anyone's wanting to get involved, maybe come along for an episode, YouTubers, Twitch streamers, etc. Take player access. We can have a cooperation, bring you in for an episode or two. You don't have to have the Chaos campaign to be able to do this. It's my game. I've got the DLC. So yeah, hit me up in the comments, etc. And we'll link up, and you can come and maybe take part in an episode. All right, guys. Thanks for your time. Catch you again.